Mindy at Quilting Mayhem here. Welcome back to a What's New Wednesday. We have two new collections this week to show you. The first one, we actually have a quilt kit to go with it. This is a Aunt Gracie's fabric, so that 30s fabric, which, you know, we don't usually get a lot of, and, you know, I felt like it needed to be supported. And this was just too cute of a quilt kit. So if you go to the website, go to quiltingmayhem.com, you can find this kit. It is made with fat quarters and then this background sashing, and there will be a binding included with the kit. It just does not include a backing or batting, but it'll have everything with the pattern to make this super adorable Aunt Gracie style quilt top. And then we have the entire collection, which it is a large collection, but it's super cute. I love it, and all different colors, and apparently the quilt is shedding all over it. But like I said, you can go to the website, you can see all the fabrics. We've got these cute little kind of ditzy florals in there, and maybe you have an Aunt Gracie's project that's been needing a little bit more to go with it. There's those traditional Scotties that you see, or, you know, maybe you're working on something more modern and you just like a smaller print to go in there. It's great because they work, they blend. There's that teal with the cats and the pianos and the drums. But some of these, like this one, this just kind of works with anything. This is a great little blender. So all different colors in here. You get those pastel pinks and yellows, kind of that seafoam green in there with the pink. There's the floral again with the teal and the pink in there. We've got some nice lavenders and purples. So it is a good collection. We just got it in. This is one put out by Marcus Fabrics. But it is a nice size collection. So if you want to do something scrappy and maybe you don't want to do the kit, but you want to do your own 30s, we've got a lot of variety for you to choose from. Like I said, a lot of those little tiny prints that work well with all kinds of projects, or maybe you're doing a bag, a garment, all those kinds of things. Here's that. I love this orange. It's kind of like that tangerine type orange, Tang, color of the Tang container. If that doesn't date me, I don't know what does. Cute floral print here. I don't know if any of you remember Tang back in the day. Cute little hexies. These would be fun to fussy cut and do some English paper piecing with. They're a nice smaller size, or a cute bag. I thought this would be a fun carry bag out of that print. And then, you know, random fabric likes to jump in and blend in. This is not an Aunt Gracie's, but this is a great checkerboard. This is from Freedom Garden. So if you're at Aunt Gracie's and you're like, where was this print? This is Freedom Garden. It just wanted to have its own little showcase with you guys. Don't worry. Every once in a while, fabric just jumps in. I like this. This is a good red. One of those real traditional reds, which is hard to find. And then you've got kind of that cream background with the purples and the peaches. And then we also have it with the blues and the reds, which also goes with Americana, which next year, as everybody knows, it's a big year. We have a big anniversary, so a lot of our Americanas coming. Greens, purples, and yellows. Like I said, this is a big collection. There's kind of that ditzy floral again. Let's see. Another good green blender. This is a cream and yellow. You probably can't really tell, but it is a really tiny floral print in there. But I like that it's very subtle, like it almost looks like a polka dot, which is nice for projects. And then there's those traditional yellows and pinks with the teal and the green. Cream with lavender, and these are ovals. They're not dots, which is kind of nice. Change it up a little bit, right? There's that Tang tangerine again in those leaves. There's your good dark reds. Fabric's apparently trying to escape. Oh, Gage is trying to save me from fabric going across the stage here. Once again, here's some blues and reds. So once again, doesn't have to just be Aunt Gracie's. It can be Americana. Don't worry. It can work with a lot of different projects. There's that lemon yellow. We don't get a lot of good lemon yellow, which is nice. And then of course that Ditzy Floral again. I really like this print. I like that they did it in all the different colorways, which is nice because this is a good print to use. All right, so that was Marcus Brothers Aunt Grace Goes Scrappy, and it has the quilt kit that goes with it. And then we have this really cute, I've gotten a lot of requests for baby. I'm going to call this Pacific Northwest Baby. All right, so this one is from Dear Stella. It's called Count on Me. Look at these woodland creatures. Is this not the cutest print? I love this. So you've got your bunnies, your squirrels, your little baby deer, hedgehogs, little robins in there, foxes, all the cute stuff. This is a really pretty just floral print that goes with it, kind of an all over floral. And these are kind of your greens, rusts, browns, very neutral palette, which is nice. Because that seems to be the most popular with current moms, is I feel like there's a lot of neutral palettes, and us older moms, grandmas don't know what to do. So here you go. Here's a good neutral in stars. Here's kind of a bigger flower print to go in there. So you can do baby quilts, you can do sheets, bags, garments. These would be cute little outfits. And we do have even patterns for baby now. So if you want to make garments, we've got a couple different styles. We've got layette styles and then infant boy and infant girl. So you could do cute little dresses, cute little pants, all those kinds of things. And who doesn't need a good hedgehog print? All you hedgy lovers, here you go. You don't have to make it for a baby. You can just have a good hedgy print. And I like that it's a little smaller scale, so you can cut it up and still get those cute little hedgies. Or look at these owls. These are just too cute. Cute little owls going in that print. It is running yardage of those owls, so this is directional in that print, unfortunately. All right, and then we have this great toss print of numbers, which is always a good fabric to have because that can go in for any age quilt, not just baby, toddler. And then there's this really cute stripe. Look at this. Make sure I have it right side up. So you do get 4 sets of stripe in this yardage. So if you were using it as an outer border, you would just need whatever your longest length, and if you're going to miter, give yourself excess for that miter. But you just need 1 cut, and that'll get you 4 all the way around for that, which is really kind of nice when they do that. Mushrooms, once again, very Pacific Northwest. It doesn't have to be baby for this print. And those rusts, yellows, browns, and then it's almost kind of a greenish blue. It's hard to tell. What do they call it? Let's see what they're calling it. Pewter gray. I would call that kind of a green gray, a blue gray. I don't know that I'd call it pewter, but sure, go with it. Butterflies, also in the pewter background. Mushrooms, they're calling it hedge, sage, good forest green, whatever color you want to call it. And then we have numbers again in a gray background. This is a little bit lighter than that pewter. This is in Dove. But once again, very tossed, which is nice. You can use it for all ages. And then this is Moonscape. This is one of their basics from Dear Stella, and I just love it as a basic. And so we have it in 2 colors. We have it in beige and shadow. There we go. Shadow gray. Well, so, and these are kind of not as extreme stripe, but they are kind of in a stripy direction of that. And then it does have this really cute growth chart type panel. So let me pull this out, which is fun. Make sure we have it right side up for you guys. So we have all different numbers. So you can do month by month photos, and then you have just the little numbers that lay next to them. A nice little quote label in here, so who it's made for and by, and then tutorial on how to do a storybook out of it if you want to also. So you can do storybook, you can do month by month photos, all kinds of different things. I think it's kind of fun that you can change up what you want to do with that. So we do have those panels also on the website under Count on Me. It just says panel. So there you go. All right, so those are our 2 newest collections that we got in this week. Make sure you are following us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube for all our inspiration and our latest and greatest. I hope you have a lovely day and keep on stitching.